Doesn't the gang know better than to pick up hitchhikers? I don't care if it is Gary Coleman. Now back to more classic Scooby on Night of the Living Doo. Ouch! Maybe this will finally teach the gang to buckle up. Now time for more Scooby on Night of the Living Doo. Kids, if you're out trick-or-treating tonight and you see an open grave, just walk away. Now back to Scooby-Doo. He meant fix the van. Oh, Scooby. Now back to more Scooby on Night of the Living Doo. I'll tell you what they call a mystery, Freddy. What just happened to Gary Coleman? Stay tuned and find out. But first, more Scooby on Night of the Living Doo. Stay tuned for more Gary Coleman and David Cross in Night of the Living Doo. Now back to Night of the Living Doo. Just when things were getting interesting. Now it's time for more Scooby on Night of the Living Doo. Stay tuned. More Night of the Living Doo is coming up next on Cartoon Network. Will the zombie get Scoob and Shaggy? Stay tuned and find out on Night of the Living Doo. Stay tuned for more Gary Coleman and David Cross in Night of the Living Doo. Splitting up and looking for clues. You know what's next? Monsters! Stay tuned for more classic Scooby. Stay tuned. More Night of the Living Doo is coming up next on Cartoon Network. Don't you hate it when you forget where you put your Gary Coleman? Now back to more Scooby on Night of the Living Doo. The mystery to me is what David Cross is doing with the Keanu Reeves poster in his dungeon. Now back to Scooby-Doo. I think maybe that mummy was looking for his puppy. Now back to Scooby-Doo. Fresh Velma. Fresh Daphne is more like it. Now back to Scooby-Doo. Stay tuned. More Night of the Living Doo is coming up next on Cartoon Network. Stick around for the big chase scene and new music from Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. But first, more Scooby on Night of the Living Doo. Stay tuned for more Gary Coleman and David Cross in Night of the Living Doo. That band was sure something. I just hope I'm half that lively when I'm undead. Now for more Scooby on Night of the Living Doo. Mark Hamill? Stay tuned to find out what happens next. But first, more Scooby on Night of the Living Doo. Oh, boy. Now it's more Scooby on Night of the Living Doo.